What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Madden 20 franchise rebuild and another full season simulation in the year 2036. Another year today, and we'll see if this team has what it takes to make it back to the Super Bowl. We've had two really good regular seasons these last 2 years and have not done enough with those seasons. This could be the final year of Tyrus Sparks' career. Of course, I've said that now for like 6 years. But this year, he is in the 80s. 85 overall right now. We'll see what it means for Tyrus Sparks and this team as we have undergone some change in the series. No longer have star corner Jermichael Beekman. He's with Atlanta. We no longer have star inside linebacker and postseason legend Nathan Parson, who's now with the Carolina Panthers. So our defense could see a little change. The main thing we're going to see that's different is Dwayne Trawick playing the second linebacker spot when we go nickel. Now, obviously, we're not watching games today. I think it'd be more interesting to talk about this if we were. But we're having, Trawick take over for Parson, and then two younger safeties getting a lot of playing time. Perry Byers, Travis Dubois. We'll have to see if anything takes a step backwards for the defense. Still, I think there's no reason to think this team will not be very good this year, so let's go through this new campaign and see what unfolds for our Bucs. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, the chat's always on top of this, but there are a lot of receivers who can make the transition to tight end, and perhaps that's the best spot for Barry Roy. 6'4", 228 pounds. And he has the speed to stretch vertically, and this team does need a young tight end to start developing. I've been signing veterans ever since Marcus Durant moved on. I want to see what he's up to. I haven't seen his name pop up in a few years, I feel. Well, Barry Roy's overall went up by 7 points when I made that move, so the game thinks he fits the tight end spot better. His catching's low, his blocking's low, he's developmental, whether it's at receiver or tight end. So why don't we add him to the active roster, actually? We have the space, and we'll see what he can become, because he still only needs like 1,800 experience to upgrade. We open the season with a victory over the Detroit Lions, 26-21. 2 touchdowns in this game for Sparks and 2 for Greg Wilbur. Sparks at 311 yards. Ellis Norton, welcome back from the injury. He missed most of last year with a torn pec. He returns with a touchdown and 87 yards. Galloway 28 yards as well. And Tyrus Sparks getting closer to 1,000 in his career. Gabe Ventura, a $112, 2 scores. Nice day here for Bernard Hookland, his second stint on our roster. And defensively, we have sacks here, Seymour, Larimore, Clyde Clifford. Alright, good debut. Alright, so Marcus Durant, by the way, he is with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I forget what his overall was when we drafted him, but now, run blocking is a 62, which is at least, I think average or a little bit below average for tight end. So the route running's gotten decent for tight end as well. And he's the 15th ranked tight end in our league. And I forget how many years he's been gone, but production has stayed pretty similar ever since he left. I'm guessing it was after the 4 years, so it went up a little bit. Week 2 does not go as well for us. 31-14. We lose and lose badly. The Saints didn't have a lot of yards on offense, but they had 3 touchdown passes. I wonder if there was a defensive score or something in here. Pretty good rushing day for us, but it doesn't really matter. Kadeem Clayton had a decent day. I want to see if they did something on defense. 2 sacks in this one for Burgess, Clayton, Macklin. Alright, there was an interception. It wasn't a touchdown. They just managed to do this without putting up much yardage is all. Alright, here it is. This year's draft class. There are 5 first-round quarterback prospects. Joey Hunter, Jeffrey Kitchen. Okay, Ralph Cook's overrated. Buck Parker's overrated. Raymond Ryans. Devontae Orr, second round, late 2, so probably 66, 67 overall. This is a stronger QB class than we've seen recently. So if it comes down to it and we want to draft somebody, there may be a couple options for us. As far as contracts we have to talk about for this year, Sylvester Seymour's in a contract year. So is DeJuan Bailey. We already know Sparks, Kyle Caver, Brendan Galloway, Denzel Hakeem, Chuck Roll, Harmon Mays, and Ronnie Wynn. That's a similar deal to what Hunter Schrader wanted. It's already Chuck Roll's contract year, though. I didn't even know that. But we have so much depth at defensive tackle, we'll have to see. He's coming off a 10-sack season. If he does it again, with Seymour getting older, might have to make the move. Obviously, you want to keep Seymour. I know some of the ratings have come down, but I'm not too worried about that. So let's just try to sign him here. 12.4 sound good? Seymour signs a 1-year extension. I don't know what happened against New Orleans, but I like this. 38-6. Holding the Chargers to 257 yards. That sounds good to me. 4 touchdowns for Tyrus Sparks. We sacked Keontae Grant 5 times. Dominant effort. Ran the ball. 100 yards combined. Not bad. And Clancy led the team in receiving today. Ventura in second. And Galloway with a touchdown. Hookland scored. Mills scored as well. And the defense, led by Sylvester Seymour, 2.5 sacks, 1.5 for Gilbert Macklin, and then a split. Dominant game. Let's get more of those. All right, got some upgrading now. Whoa, Roy has a 35 blocking archetype. 35. I wonder, is it better here to go with possession or vertical threat and hope that blocking just goes up? Because the upgrade here guarantees the archetype goes up by 1. Now, 35 to 36, not much of a difference. So what if I go possession here? What happens? 64 overall. A lot of ratings going up. There's some blocking in there as well. And now his blocking's a 36. We also have upgrades here for our young safeties, starting with Travis Dubois. Let's go with the zone coverage archetype. Sadly, no scheme fits here, but 2 tackle, 1 zone. And then it's Perry Byers, 72 overall. And I think we'll go with run support for him. Still a scheme fit, 73 overall. 2-man, 2 block shed, 2 tackle. For whatever reason, most linebackers seem to be overrated here in the draft classes. There's Markel Daniels here, and he does have better talent than projection. And at the very top, Tyrone Powell from Oklahoma State. B pluses across the board at linebacker, including coverage and hit power. We don't see elite inside linebacker prospects too often. I don't feel we do anyway. We win again against the Carolina Panthers, despite the offense not doing a ton in this game. We only had 213 passing yards, but Sparks did not turn the football over. We didn't run the football all that efficiently, but I guess we got it done. And if we can win games like this where the offense isn't doing much, oh boy, 5 sacks for Seymour. Come on, man, 5 already? He said we're not doing this slow start business this year. Still going to be star dev at the end of the year, though. How does he not get a breakout chance, by the way? Nice job, LeCambrick Massey. But seriously, how does he not have a breakout chance, ever? Seymour's been stuck at star development. Alright, Barry Roy's up again. Like, he must have some good dev, because this does not seem like star dev experience. Still under 2K? We're going possession again. Blocking was at 36. We get 4 catching, 4 pass block. I prefer 4 run block. New ability unlock for Damian Burgess. What do we have here? Burgess got Fearmonger. That's a pretty good one. When they enter the zone, they can apply significant pressure, even while engaged with blockers. When I'm playing quarterback, it's like every defensive lineman has Fearmonger. I get so scared of pressure. Now, Brendan Galloway is set to be a free agent, which means we could be looking for a new running back this coming draft. Maybe Justin Dunn from Mississippi Valley State. A- juke. Love it. Roy Carswell, a bit overrated. Devontae Hodge, overrated. Come on, running back class. Come on. Maybe Dion Morrison. Another fantastic game for the defense. They pitch a shutout. 2 touchdowns for Tyrus Sparks. We gave up 5 more sacks. I think we're giving up a lot more sacks than we normally do this season. I'll check the numbers and see what pace we're on. Kai Howard! I haven't seen him in forever. Damian Burgess had 2 sacks, as did Chuck Roll. Seymour gets 1. And a pick for Deshaun Dotson. Sparks has been sacked 16 times in 5 games, which is not horrible. It's not good, though. And last year, we gave up 27, so certainly we're on a worse pace right now. Why don't we help out Roy's development a little bit more, make him the 2nd tight end? He is a focus player right now because I want to have a tight end that is getting better. We're not just trying to sign new players every offseason. And hopefully with some catches, goes up even faster. Let's go back to running back now. I have to know more about Dion Morrison. Oh man, B+ elusiveness. I was so excited about that. Nathan Haynes, okay, C+ ball carrier vision. Doesn't seem to be the best running back class. Defense does well again, 17-10. We're not putting up the flashiest offensive performances, but we don't have to, it looks like. 72 yards in this one for Ellis Norton. Nice day for Gabe Ventura. Kevin Beekman still on the Falcons. Hadley scored against us. Galloway scored twice. How about this defense? Roll and Dean get sacks. Again, upgrading Barry Roy. Catching, lead block, short route running, blocking goes up a little. It's going up a point every time I upgrade possession. In our rematch against the Saints, now we get the dominant victory. That loss we had against them looks more and more like a fluke as the weeks continue on. 3 touchdowns for Tyrus Sparks, 339 yards. Still not seeing many big games out of the running game. I was hoping to get a few more of those with Norton here at X Factor. Hopefully they show up at some point. Pretty good passing day though. Barry Roy got a touchdown. There we go. Let's get him to Rookie of the Year. Let's make it happen. Got sacks, Macklin, Roll again. Caver, a pick. I really want to know if Barry Roy's dev is more than star. Now it's over 2K for him to upgrade. We're going right back to possession. Blocking was at 38. Carrying, catching, lead block. Blocking now 39. This looks to be a really good tackle class. Not sure if it's going to be a need, but the top of this class is really, really good. There are at least 5 first-round talent tackles. Coming out of our bye week, we do have a breakout chance against the Falcons. It's for Jamal Clancy. Alright. I want to see him get to star dev at least. 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Can he get it done? Big victory for the Bucs. That's a lot of points. Good 2 touchdowns have gone to Jamal Clancy. It's possible. 3 touchdowns for Sparks. He had 2 picks. We intercepted Farmer 3 times. Norton 81 yards and a score. Galloway 29 and a score. All right. Clancy. 1 catch, 2 yards, and a touchdown. That is not going to get it done. Still get the victory, though. We're playing really well. Now, at 7-1, Seymour got 2 more sacks, by the way. At 7-1, you may think that, okay, we're running away with this division. Not that easy. It's a 2-team race. Us and the Panthers, both with 7 victories. We're still getting Ellis Norton better. Let's go power back this time. 87 overall now. Hoping to see some big games. Speed from power back. That's interesting. 91 speed, 91 break tackle, 89 elusiveness. That's a scary combination of ratings. A close win, and the defense holds Kansas City to 17. I saw 140 rushing yards for us. Okay day for Sparks, 2 touchdowns, 253. Solid. Didn't pass the ball that much because he didn't have to. Norton had 96 and a touchdown, with Galloway chipping in with 44 yards of his own. And at receiver, Ventura, 83 yards. We're not really seeing a lot of big performances out of the offense. That's okay. It's just obviously more fun when they do have those huge performances. Treywick, 2 sacks on the day. Okay. And Chuck Roll, I think, is getting a lot of sacks this year too. We have built up a 2-game lead here in the division with another win over the Eagles. We gave up points, we gave up yards, but we scored 38. 2 touchdown passes for Tyrus Sparks, just 177 yards. The running game, there we go, a $1.29 for Ellis Norton, 72 yards after contact. He had a 75-yard run in this game. That's what I've been waiting for, that's all. Clinton Mills, 8 for 61. He always has a lower yard per reception for some reason. 2 more sacks for Seymour. Can he please get to Superstar Dev? Looks like Ventura's frustrated. Alright, we'll see what happens in this next game. We have lost. Our second ugly loss of the season, only putting up 264 yards of offense. 7 points. As Sparks was intercepted 3 times. He does not put up games like this very often. Running games were okay. Ventura had a touchdown, so he got the football. But something happened here with the defense. Interceptions to Jaden Jamison and Jazir Dotson. We had a couple sacks. Alright, let's move on from that one. Barry Roy is getting some snaps. I'm not sure if he'll reach the 500 this season, but we'll find out at the end of the year regardless. But his overall is already at 67. Let's go into vertical threat this time. 68 overall. What happens to blocking now? It is up to 41. We bounce back though. Couple bad losses, but we move on from them very quickly. 4 interceptions for the defense in this one. There we go. Ellis Norton, a $138. That's what we want to see. Let's get him up to like 1,300 yards. Ventura has a monster game, a $119, 2 touchdowns. And who got these interceptions? Dotson, Massey, and Bailey. Excellent game. A new injury, though, ahead of our matchup against the Panthers. What do we have here? Brendan Galloway, a broken hand, which means he won't be able to come back until the second round of the playoffs. Well, I think if we win this game, we at least clinch the division. And we take care of that rather easily, 41-17. So this is going to be our 3rd straight dominant regular season. 4 touchdowns in this one for Tyrus Sparks, a touchdown for Norton, and Ventura's over 100 yards again. How about Trey Riles? Trey Riles, 1 catch, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Only had 1 grab, but he made it count. What else we got down here? Barry Roy, touchdown. Not going to have that many yards, but he'll have at least 2 scores. 3 sacks. Barry Roy, 5 catches, 52 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the season, and a ton of development upgrades. How about this? Leslie Anderson from Texas, late 1st round talent at running back. Catching, juke, carrying would be the perfect replacement for Galloway. And now we defeat a really good Raiders team, 31-15. Alright, getting closer to a 1st round bye once again. Let's hope this year isn't a one and done campaign. We moved to 13-2, 21-14. Ellis Norton, a $135. He's had a few of those big performances now since that last upgrade. Just 1 more game on the season. 35-0? No, that's not us winning 35-0. What happened? I didn't sit anybody in this week 17. What happened? 4 touchdowns, Nash Chatham. 35-0. How? We lost 3 games and they were not close. 31-14, 21-7, 35-0. Oh wow, what a game to finish out the regular season on. I think we're still probably the number 1 seed. We don't play Wild Card Weekend. So, yeah, best record in the league. Let's hope that we don't see that happen again. But the season is over. Tampa Bay had another great season. Tyrus Sparks, 33 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. So the number's a bit down from what we've seen recently, and that's kind of to be expected, but still solid numbers. Ellis Norton, 12 touchdowns, 1,380 yards, and another upgrade. Receiving, Ventura, 1,210. Mills, 850 and 7. Hookland was the 3rd most productive pass catcher. And then Clancy, 424 and 1. I don't know why his skills haven't translated to more production. It really has been very confusing. Galloway had 7 receiving touchdowns. Blocking, Mays bounced back. Lester gave up 8. And defensively, Seymour, 13.5. Will that get him to star development? Probably not. 8 for Burgess, 9.5 for Macklin, 5.5 for Chuck Roll. Not a ton for Casey Dean. 3 picks on the year for Treywick, 4 for Dotson. Very nice. Very good year for Landon Flanagan. Nash Chatham, 40 touchdowns on the year, 40 for DeMarcus Wake, who's a 71 overall, 73 with morale. So not just a breakout season, but a dominant year. 40 touchdowns. So he's going to get a development boost, at least to star dev. Pretty awesome to see that. 17 picks here led the league. How about running? Ellis Norton gets the rushing title. Nathan Newton, 93 overall, but I feel like I haven't really heard of him. The Jets, I don't know. Maybe they just aren't that good, usually. I know they were for a while. McKinley, 822, but a very low average. Very low for Huggins and Drake and Bates. Receiving, Xavius Gore led the NFL, 1,380 yards. Ventura was in 3rd. Here are all the 1,000-yard receivers, including Kendall Gabriel. I think he's been gone for at least 3 years. He's been pretty good. 6 interceptions led the NFL. I know Dotson had 1 against us. And then for the leader in sacks in the AFC, Warren Mays 14 and 15 in the NFC. So Seymour comes in 3rd. For the awards, Nash Chatham is the MVP, and he cemented that against us in Week 17. Coach of the Year, J.W. Unger. For awards, Chatham, Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Hunter on defense, William Fells, the rookie running back, Rookie of the Year on offense, Landon Buchanan on defense, Ellis Norton, best running back. A lot of awards here coming to the Bucs. And let's go to the AFC quick. DeMarcus Wake, Offensive Player of the Year. Braxton Darman, I wanted to draft him. He ended up being Rookie of the Year. I wonder how much experience Wake got for all these awards. I'll check that after career stats. Sparks, 557 now for touchdowns. Norton, 5,000 yards. Ventura, 819 receptions and now 96 career touchdowns. For defense, 135. Seymour continues to rack up the numbers. And around our league, no one close to Sparks in terms of career touchdown passes. Martin Woodard, the active leading rusher. Receiving, Garrison Miller, still above Gabe Ventura, but Miller's played 2 more years. Whoa! Miller's played 190 games? To 114, something seems off. He's played 11 years compared to 9 for Ventura, but he's played 76 more games? That seems impossible. So I added all these up. Miller does have 190 games played. Does Ventura only have 114? When I added this up, I got 157. So somewhere the games played is not being counted correctly. That's very strange. Kyle Caver, 1,300 career tackles, 28.5 sacks, 9 interceptions. That's pretty ridiculous. 13 forced fumbles. Nathan Parson. I knew I wouldn't have to scroll far to find his name. How did Parson play this year in Carolina? Played fine. 3 sacks, a pick, 92 tackles. I think Beekman may have had 1 interception this year. 35 in his career. And this season he did have 2 actually. Or no, 1. I was on the wrong column. Alright, DeMarcus Wake. When you suddenly have a season like this at 71 overall, what happens? Well, it's his 2nd Pro Bowl, so he had a good year last season, but this took it to a new level. So he got experience for that, and I don't think the other experience is added on until later in the postseason. We will open our postseason this year against the Chicago Bears as Brendan Galloway returns to action. Alright, Chicago is up first, and we'll see if we can go a little bit further this year. We had another great season, but we also had 3 very ugly losses that have been a little tough to forget about. We defeat the Chicago Bears. That's a great game. Holding them to 238 yards of offense. 3 scores in this one for Sparks. That's what we want to see, especially if it's Sparks' last playoff run. No one and done. Now we're going to meet the Philadelphia Eagles. And that is where our season will end. 30-24, we lose in overtime. Sparks had 1 touchdown. He only had 125 yards passing. Must have been tough to get things going in this one. For whatever reason. A buck 78 from Norton and we still lose. Wow. Kalen O'Doyle, 15 for a buck 45. Man, that's ridiculous. No Super Bowl this season. I thought we were going to make a return. Really thought we were going to. Well, it's the Raiders and Eagles in the Super Bowl this season. Here's a look at our team. Do we have any development changes on offense? Not seeing anything. That's all the same. Oh, Roy's development is revealed to be star. Okay. Well, that's a lot of development from one season. I think he can be the tight end of our future. And on defense, Seymour's still star dev. I forget, was Perry Byers already star? I feel like he was normal. Yeah, now he's star dev. So that got better. LeCambrick Massey is 79 star. Alright, disappointing way to end the year. And that's now 3 straight years we have failed to win the Super Bowl. And we will see if that is it for Tyrus Sparks. To the offseason we go. The Super Bowl champions are the... This is taking a while to load. The Eagles. Alright. Let's check this out. Transactions. Tyrus Sparks. Darren Richardson retires. Nick Thurman. Jamichael Beekman has retired. I'm not seeing it. Tyrus Sparks has not retired yet. But how much regression will he have going into this new season? Minus 15. Now we're talking... Where'd he go? 81 overall. What do we do now? 90 short, 90 medium, 87 deep. Actually, take 2 off of each of those. The overall is being affected by morale. Do we have to consider being more serious about a replacement now for this season? Do we want Sparks to play here for another year? Ventura just lost 22. Wow, that hurts. That really hurts. Seymour lost 26. No, Caver 24. This feels like the end of an era. Oh man, Caver, Seymour, Bradley, Ventura, Sparks, they all have big regression. Do we treat this offseason like we did the last one? I don't know about that. Oh yeah, Roy was on the practice squad, so I messed up his contract. How hard is it going to be to keep him? I'm just going to try this right now. I don't normally do this. Barry Roy, 2 years. Okay, he does sign. But now Sparks wants 24.5 mil. Galloway wants 30. What do we do? Got to make some tough decisions no matter what. Ronnie Wynn's a free agent. Tyrus Sparks is a free agent. What do we do next episode? Now, last offseason, I had the decision I could have tried to keep Hunter Schrader. Now, Sparks has fallen to an 81 overall. Schrader, meanwhile, is up to a 79. Schrader was superstar dev. The accuracies are decent. Medium's really good. What kind of year did he have? In his first year starting, 21 touchdowns, 13 picks. I'm not sure how good the Rams were. They were 6-9-1. All right. Next offseason, next episode. Is it time to make the difficult decision of moving on from Tyrus Sparks? 81 overall. No doubt he could compete this year. We could sign him. Try to draft somebody. That might be a good option. But there are a lot of other decisions to make. Do you keep Brendan Galloway? Does Caver come back? Do we sign Denzel Hakeem? What do we do? Harmon Mays is a free agent as well. Let me know your thoughts down below, everybody. But I appreciate you watching the series and showing your support. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And next episode, we'll see what happens with our Tampa Bay Bucs. Have a great day, and I'll see you all again soon.